And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you get him big with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They're going to look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of London. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll drop to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and fielded them away with 3 points.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 70 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. Second and 5. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now it's Mixon running right, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll set up a throw. He's got Hurst as tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. They've won a few in the years following. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And here now come the Falcons. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have regained the lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2nd and 1. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
36 now, 1st and 10. Lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2nd and 11.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense.
Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Mixon with a 1st down carry.
He'll take this to the 46.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 29 yards. As his guys have now moved down in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. McPherson on for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. 2nd down and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught by London. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range down just shy of the 20.
And after that coverage, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. closely. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. To throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, I think they were in nickel that time, which we see so often in today's NFL, and there it helped them net their first pick 6 of the contest.
Nice eyes, good observation there, partner. You nailed it. This is a defense that likes to mix up and disguise coverages, but it did end up being one of their main packages, the nickel, that fooled them that time. And they made the most of the miscue with a nice return.
They'll look to throw, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Back to throw here. Going to look deep for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. That's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Well, the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Mixon again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this time he is in.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.